Good ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shaji Tangapan, from a lawyer from Kochi. I invite all of you to our podcast, Going Vocal. Today, our discussion subject is influence of online food on eating habits in India. For discussing this subject, we have in our panel Anupam Singh from Mumbai, Hemant Srinivas from Bangalore, Rahul Unni from Kochi, and myself, Shaji Tangapan, comparing this program. Dear friends, all of you know that India is a developing economy, and uh, uh, due to these developments, various sectors of our economy has been developed and is developing. In such a situation, our online food habit is also developed into a particular era. In such a circumstances, the influence of online food on eating habits is to be considered by our youngsters, and its difficulties and its benefits are also to be discussed in this podcast. And I think before starting our discussion, I remember a Tamil movie called Kakamattai. I think it was about 10 to 15 years ago. I saw that movie. It was about the online food when it was the initial period of online food habit of our country. At that time, a Pizza Hut, movie was about a Pizza Hut and its delivery. At that time, a street boy, was in front of the front of that Pizza Hut, and he was waiting for getting a pizza, and his eagerness and his efforts to for collecting fund for buying a pizza was the story of that movie. It was a heart touching movie, and subsequently. The pizzas and burgers and all these type of food items became a habit of our youngsters. If not only youngsters, the habit of uh, our people, and it directly affects. It has various goods as well as bads. I think what are the goods and bads are be considered here. I remember another movie, a Malayalam, Salt and Pepper. In that movie, an online in that movie, the discussion point of that movie is about the online purchase of a dosha, a tattil kuti dosha. When the heroine booked a dosha from a dosha hut, and I think that movie was about 10 to 12 years ago. At that time there was no online food businesses in our nation like that we faced nowadays. It has various issues as well as benefits in online food business, because it we can save our time, but save our time and save our money by ordering these online food. But it definitely affect our health, because we have no surety about the quality of the food. Through we cannot ensure the quality of the food that we order through these online platforms. Even though it has inconveniences, it has conveniences as well. My question is to Anupam. What are the things to be considered while ordering a food through online, and what are the difficulties of these online apps that we have to consider?
Yeah, thank you, Shaji. Very interesting topic today. I think it's a very common phenomenon these days. Every now and then we order foods online. And the basic thing I check before ordering any food is the rating of that sender or that restaurant from where I'm trying to order my food. And I do a thorough check. I check the reviews as well on the application itself, and also most of the reviews are also given on the websites. So, and if I find the food restaurant good, then I go ahead with that ordering food from that particular chain, a resto chain. And I remember that in case if I want to order again, if the quality of the food is good, I try to stick with that same restaurant. Unless if I have a different, I want to have different cuisine which is not being supplied through that through that restaurant, I'll try to switch with other chains. Otherwise, I try to restrict because of the quality issues. You see, there are a lot of quality issues are happening these days. You see, a lot of food influencers are also there. So many restaurants, what they are doing is they are paying them to give their reviews, which are not most of the times are not honest because they are getting paid and they give biased reviews based on those restaurants. So in case you have to do a thorough check, and most of the people you have to see, not the influential people, the regular people or the normal people who are giving their reviews plays a very critical role. And another thing which we should also do is once we have ordered the food, we have eaten it, and then always have to be sure that we put reviews for other people so that we'll understand how the food is from this restaurant, is it genuine or not, and how the quality of the food is, including the packaging, the hygiene that was maintained, and the taste of the food. So these are the things I take in account when I'm ordering food online. And like I said, there can be quality issues, the spillage of the packaging, then the delivery person is not good. So all those things play a very critical role. And from the time when you have ordered the food and when it reaches you. And again, time also plays a key role. Where if you want food, if you are very hungry, and nowadays with online ordering and watching reels, our patience time has reduced. So it has to be faster. So if I have ordered something, it has to be within 30 minutes, I guess. More than that, it is of no use because I'll find some other thing to eat and it will kill my hunger. So that is also an important plays an important role for me to order next time when I'm ordering that the time should be less within 30 minutes. So yeah, these are my recommendations, and this is what I do when I'm ordering food online. Yeah.
Thank you, Anupam. Thank you. Your comments are useful. I think you are a, I think you are a person always ordering food through online, and you
Yes.
enjoyed it a lot, and its convenience as well as its benefits. And now my question is to Hemant sir, that can we ensure the reviews in the online in these online platforms are correct, and how can we accept their opinions and to go ahead in purchasing food through online? What is
I
your
mean,
opinion?
yeah, just for your clarification, you asked whether the ratings are correct, isn't it? And how we
Whether
can believe
whether
them,
whether we can
right?
uh, whether we can consider that the reviews in these online platforms are correct, and how can we ensure their correctness?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shaji, and it's a great opportunity to participate in this discussion. Yes, actually, on a personal note, um, I also use online ordering. In fact, just as the discussion is going on today, I'm ordering my dinner through online because my wife was outside. She has just come now, so she didn't get time to cook. So yes, Mr. Shaji, it's we cannot fully believe in ratings. As my dear friend Anupam has said, there is a lot of paid propaganda going on to get the rating suited to the restaurant. So, in my personal case, what I do is I order uh, online to places where I have personally gone and visited and had food. For instance, I'm in Kochi, so I normally have my food at some certain restaurants like Vrindavan restaurant, Sarjajika Dhaba, and various other restaurants where I have gone and tasted the food. So I don't fully trust the ratings. I order I give order on online to restaurants where I have had personal experience of having had good food. But it is not always possible, Shadi. It is not always possible because, for instance, you take the case of I'm in the sales profession and I tour various places. Of course, when I go outside, I don't do online ordering. But what I'm saying is, on a personal note, there is this particular hotel where I stay in Coimbatore where there is no restaurant. So I go personally, I go outside and have food, but I have observed that many of the occupants, like me, who come on tour, they don't go out. They actually resort to online ordering. In such cases, especially if the person is not from Coimbatore, is from some, say, North Indian city, he will have to trust the ratings given, and maybe he will have to discuss with some of his friends and take the recommendation. So ratings cannot be fully trusted because everything has become a business today. Online ordering has become another opportunity for restaurants for earning income. See, many restaurants have customers coming to their place and having food. So that is already one income which is there already. This online food is another income earning opportunity for them. So it's now a dual income earning opportunity, especially during the COVID, since restaurants were not open. Online ordering was resorted to in a very large sense. So, to your question, whether we can trust ratings, no, you cannot fully trust. Some of the ratings may be authentic, but there are also a percentage of ratings which are not trustworthy, which are actually made up. So you will have to use your own personal experience plus recommendations from your friends and your relatives to do online order. So this is why my
Thank
observation
you.
and my answer. Yes.
Thank you, Rahul, for thank you, Hemant sir, for your opinion. Because being a salesman, man involved in sales, you have various opportunities for online purchase, and you have a lot of experience. That's why I asked that question to you. Uh, one more aspect is my question. Next question is to Rahul. Whether the government can trust it, the online business and these online frauds. Because before going to that question, may express one of my personal experience that there is a biryani hotel near to my office, and then a lot of people are were waiting till I yesterday saw a queue in front of that hotel. That they were waiting for collecting food. There were people. There were Zomato, Swiggy, and these online trade business people. They were waiting in front of that hotel for collecting the biryani. And that biryani has a particular name. I'm not intending to reveal the name of that biryani, but that they are working in a small room, and it's not clean and not hygiene. Because I have personal experience there. But a group of people are waiting in front of that hotel, say waiting to collect their orders from that hotel, because it has a good review in online shopping sites, as well as reels. They have good reels, and that may be the reason for such a business in their hotel. In such a situation, my question is to Rahul, whether how the government can restrict these types of business frauds, and how can the government ensure the frauds in the online food businesses.
See, there is
How
only
can
one way
save
that the government can go about controlling online frauds, and that has to happen through our legal system. That is basically anybody who purchases, if they have a problem, they have to approach the consumer court and file an application in the consumer court against these particular the particular restaurant. There is no other mechanism in which they can handle this, because one of the things is that we can't stop online apps. Stopping or restricting the business of online apps is restricting a very essential service, because most services evolve over time, right, and become better and better according to Moore's law, what is called Moore's law. Almost every scientist will tell you about the particular law. That is, a technology or an advancement, any form of an advancement keeps going, increasing in its capacity almost exponentially. Okay, I'm not sure of the exact figure, but almost exponentially over time. So what happens here is that online food delivery apps will slowly begin to get better because of competition and other such things. Well, they'll become more and more effective and efficient. One of the things that the government can do, I mean, just because I mentioned it just now, is that ensuring that monopolies don't occur. All right, monopolies don't occur in the services industry of related to online delivery of food. So once the government ensures that a monopoly doesn't occur, the competition will make sure that these various online delivery apps, begin to take their business more seriously, take their consumer far more seriously, ensure that whatever hotels display, their whatever they display, that is, like you mentioned earlier on, their reels and their photographs and all these possess integrity. That anybody who is lying or misrepresenting the his food and his whatever services he has to offer is doesn't do that because he gets afraid of the consequences that are going to happen from because the online delivery app is going to chuck him out of the services that they offer. So these are some of the ways that it can control. I mean, it can control. The government can control online delivery apps and make sure that they deliver the services that their consumers possess integrity when they advertise on their apps. So yes, I think this is the way that they can do this. So yeah, these are the mechanisms. I don't see anything other than that. But perhaps the other way is that they can probably penalize people who they can send out staff to check and penalize people who misrepresent. But the thing is, they won't have any incentive to do such a thing unless something else is there. So it's possible that we can also look at, or maybe request that the government, the more and more people start talking about it, I think the government might have a way of perhaps also penalizing these online delivery apps if there's a complaint registered against them. So they take it more and more seriously. So they have auditors. So that is one mechanism also that comes to mind right now. That's a possibility, I think, for them to do that. Yes. These are some ideas.
Thank you, Rahul sir, and thank you for your brilliant ideas. May I add one thing, because if we approach the consumer court with against a food delivery app, against the bad quality of a food, it is difficult to prove the same before the court, because the consumer court will take time to. Being a lawyer, I have personal experience that the consumer court will take time to dispose of this matter and to take evidence on this subject, and it is difficult to preserve the food item, and because the material object is the food item in food delivery in food online cases, and it is difficult for us to preserve the material object. And if in a criminal case, if they use a knife or something like that, we can preserve it and produce the same before the court and take evidence. But in case of food items, it is difficult to preserve it and to otherwise, if it is by the government officials or food safety officers, they can collect its item from that food and send the same to the authority for a research or for a report. But as far as the public is concerned, it is difficult for them to send the same for expert opinion and get and collect the details of the detailed report about the food. So it is difficult for the people to approach consumer courts and to get to get an order in favor of them against these food delivery. It is yes, it is true. They can approach the consumer court for non-delivery of items or insufficiency of their service. But when a food item is delivered to a particular person, and if it is not good or no, it's substandard, it will be difficult for him to prove that fact before the court. But if
So
the
I think
government official,
if it becomes complex, then to approach the court, I would say that, we are living in an online age. That's why we have online apps delivering food. But in the online age, we have other options such as recording the food on using your camera and with your phone, recording the hotel that you purchased the app from, approaching forums online forums, uh, posting your video online on YouTube regarding the hotel and regarding the way that the particular online app has treated you. So these may be alternative mechanisms that you can use if you feel that the court cannot really bring that about. I think while when we educate our public to take such action, in a way, a kind of conversation goes around society, which can inspire government officials to take a more strict action against, or be more strict with their online app, with government audit itself coming into place with regards to viewing, how the hotel displays itself on the online app, whether the online app has an auditor that it has that is pays in order to go and audit hotels and things like that. So these are other options that are possible. If the law is something that if it becomes complex for the law to handle the case. But I think similarly, like I think food poisoning is something that is sometimes handled by the law, if I'm not mistaken. Food poisoning, where again it's complex to identify the hotel where someone has been poisoned, but we do it. So it's possible. Yeah,
yeah, I have a point here, Rahul, but at some level, applications itself have the possibility where we can complain. And in case if they find it foul, they also somewhat blacklist those restaurants as well. And also they can register a complaint. We can get our money back. So all those things are also can be recorded and complained at some level directly in the app itself. So we have those facilities, and I think these kind of things are
I think
very well made.
yeah, I think Shaji was talking about a case where we feel that some of these online apps are not honest themselves. There have been
yes,
that is what I think is what he was describing, because at times they do increase the star rating, or they do give these hotels,
Yes.
allow these hotels to post photographs, although it is it doesn't display the exact nature of the hotel. Like he was talking about a small hotel which had reels that showed it as being really good. In fact, I once I got an offer a while ago for a biryani while I was going through Swiggy, and it came at 115 rupees, and I was like, "Wow, what an offer!" And then I took a look at the reels and everything was so good. But while the biryani was on its way, I started thinking about that. I started worrying. I was like, oh my God, 115 rupees for a biryani. How in heaven could they give me a biryani for 115? And then I found myself becoming a worrywart, getting really worried about what it was about. And when the online delivery person came here, I asked him, how was this hotel? Can you describe the hotel? When I looked online, it looked good. But what did you feel about it? So he told me it was all good, and that's once he told me it was all good is when I ate that biryani. I wasn't able to eat it. I mean, I wasn't able to. I mean, I was really scared to eat it before that. So those are a few things. Yeah. So, so yes.
thank you, Rahul sir, for your valuable comments. Next, my question is to all the panelists that how can we make these online apps and online food delivery more customer friendly and ensure its quality? This is
Well,
my
one way
question
we
to our
can make it
panel.
more customer friendly is, I think, we should one thing is that what they post, their integrity has to go up, because we should know that what we ask for is what we're getting, or what we're ordering is what we're getting. What we expect is what we get. We shouldn't get less than what we expect. If they want, they can increase what we expect. Deliver us more than what we expect, but they shouldn't reduce the quality from our expectations. So what happens is that I think to ensure this, of course, we have to use online forums as consumers, and we must educate our consumer to more and more use online forums, more and more speak out about these kind of mistakes. So the more people speak out, the more the politicians begin to take the matter seriously. They begin to take whatever it is more and more seriously. So we need to get the conversation going if ever we need to make a change. So I think one way to ensure that they increase quality is to make sure that you participate in the conversation. You responsibly participate in the conversation. If something has happened to you, ensure you log it in or in a forum online. Ensure you have a video out on your YouTube. Ensure you post something on uh, on Facebook or on Instagram, on Threads or anywhere. Make sure that there is a conversation going about this, so that you have Swiggy's online app, online Facebook page. You have Zomato's online Facebook page. Make sure you log in a complaint there, and make sure that all your friend circles see it as well. So that is a way that you can get them to become more and more responsible about their
I have few
uh,
suggestions here, Shaji. I think first suggestion is where what we can do is we can have an option where when our food is prepared, we can see it live when it is getting prepared. So maybe there's an option where we can switch on the camera, the owner of the restaurant, people can switch on the camera directly, and then we can see how is our food is getting prepared, then how it is getting packaged, and then how it's getting handed over to the delivery person. And I think that way you will gain more trust and people will recommend and your hotels to the other people also. So that facility can be given in the app itself. And another solution can be and another additional option where we have the option to complain to their customer care, of course, to the restaurant. Then the other should be directly to the app like Zomato or Swiggy. And third option can be if we want to escalate it more to the government portals. So there, if we have a direct link, we can embed that link or the option itself in the app itself, like Zomato and Swiggy, then I think people will proceed more. And also the restaurant owners or the people who are doing cloud kitchens where they do not have any facilities for sitting, just the cloud kitchens, they will be more aware that what we have to prepare it well. We have to be very aware when we are preparing. No foul things can be done, and the quality of food needs to be maintained. So I think these are the suggestions. And also, in case if they are found guilty, they should be punished. Hefty fine should be there, not minimum fines, hefty fines. And in extreme cases, there can be cancellation of food licenses also. So yeah, these are my suggestions.
right.
I think these are good suggestions from Anupam. Then my one more question to Hemant sir. Is it possible to go back to our own kitchen in future? Uh,
So
sir,
I didn't get you. Yes.
is it possible to go back to our own kitchen in future?
Yes,
I
I
think
mean that is also, see, it's a good question, Mr. Shaji. No, that is also continuing, isn't it? I mean, it is not that all households are only depending on online food ordering. I think you can see a mix of both. It is in some many households, home food is being prepared has been the case, especially in India. The wife cooking food is actually a way of connecting with the family and the other members. So that is also going on, and at times it is this online ordering mode is it's a convenience. It is a convenience, like probably the wife or the person handling the kitchen may not feel well, so at that time they'll be resorting to online ordering, or maybe for a change they may be doing online ordering. So I think from my personal observation, household, home kitchens are still functional. It is not that it has been totally, it is not totally out of the picture. But the next generation, Mr. Shaji, that is what I am really worried about. The young generation of today, or the married couples. See, I'm actually residing in a flat, Shaji, here in Kochi. I can see in many cases, young couples, they hardly cook. I've been observing. Starting from morning tea, breakfast, lunch, dinner, they actually depend on online ordering, and in many cases, both of them don't know how to cook also. So that is a very disturbing trend, because one thing is their health gets affected. Second thing is you become lazy, and then you cannot fully trust. Hotel food can never be compared to home food. However good and well cooked the hotel food is, in the long run, I think it is always better to be have home food. So modern generation, from here, from the generation today, the people in the 20s and 30s, how they are going to take it forward. So are we going to see a case where you're not going to see home food at all? I don't know. It's something which we have to see in the years to come. This is my
Right.
observation. Yes.
May I ask a question also to all of you guys, if it's okay?
Yes.
What do you guys feel is going to be changing the habits of, how do you think the habits are changing in India because of these online food apps? What do you guys feel?
Actually, I would like to answer that question. You are seeing many youngsters who have been, or many people who have been using online apps now, because some of them are becoming more health conscious. Now, for instance, the actor Madhavan, you must be all aware of actor Madhavan, who acts in movies, Hindi, Tamil, and Malayalam movies, predominantly Tamil and Hindi movies. Of late, I think since the last 1 year, he has adopted a very strict regimen. One, of course, is getting up in the morning, going for a walk, and all that. But the most important thing, all three of you, what I would like to say is, he is only eating home cooked food for the last 1 year, and he's seeing tremendous change within himself. He has lost a lot of weight. Number one. Number two, he's feeling more happy and energetic, and he has shared these experiences by online. So I think over a period of time, you could also see a positive picture where the youngsters, who many of them conscious, who are becoming health conscious, you could see them. So we are going to see where I think kitchens will not lose out completely. That's what I feel. It is not that only people will be using online. By experience, everybody wants to be healthy, no doubt about it. I mean, so everybody is getting conscious about that. Everybody is becoming aware of that. So we are going to see people now also learning how to cook. And there are a lot of YouTubes where you can see this cooking, I think YouTubes, where, this various kind of food being churned out. There are a lot of people, youngsters and middle-aged people, who are coming out with YouTubes on how to cook different food, how to cook healthy food, how to be healthy. So all this definitely is going to have an impact on people's eating habits also. That is my observation. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For I think we already we have to complete our discussion. This is the time for winding up. We have a good discussion, and we discussed I think every aspects of online food delivery apps and its consequences and its benefits. And one more aspect, Hemant sir discussed about the importance of house making food, and our custom that we followed in our homes about our own mode of making food. And this discussion, I think this discussion is a quality discussion, and I express my heartful thanks to all the participants, Anupam, Hemant sir, Rahul sir, and all the viewers of this podcast. Thank you once again. I am winding up this program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.